Is, Elon losing track? So what are your thoughts about this whole focus issue?
I think that's just Elon. It's how he's always been. He spreads himself thin, it seems, but that's how he flourishes. It seems to play to his advantage.
Could there be some type of risk factors with kind of Elon kind of, pissing off, a bunch of Bitcoiners and getting into some feud or just tarnishing, his trust or the brand of Tesla? Like, what are your thoughts with that?
I was scanning my Twitter feed a little bit before doing this, and I saw someone posting like a petition to investigate Elon's, crypto tweet. So yeah, I mean, if you have enough of the constituents of these elected officials complaining, it would be a bump in the road long term at most. It wouldn't be, not a major obstacle.
Or Elon's pumping Doge. Is that a risk?
I think it could be medium term. All of his competitors will try to capitalize on, everyone. He's got a lot of enemies. I do think there's just going to be more scrutiny to deal with for Tesla and Elon.
So again, like, hey, Tesla is not profitable. They will never become profitable. So what are your thoughts on that argument?
I mean, we've heard this over and over. It's sort of like Tesla has kind of the Amazon growth planning. They're dedicating all the revenue to growing, and Tesla's doing the same thing, but they're also accounting for the regulatory credits to help them grow.
Just like a couple of years ago, people were saying Tesla would never, make a GAAP profit.
Listen, if Tesla wanted to stop growing, they could stop growing and give out a dividend right now.
So Elon, for one reason or another, not being able to be part of Tesla, how big of a risk or concern is this?
I think Tesla is almost at the point or close to the point of when when Tim Cook took over for Steve Jobs, plans were in place. It's grown to a certain point. And so I think similar to Tesla, where it's at about right now, it's growing so fast. It's at a certain point. So many plans are in place. The product roadmap's already solidified for significant growth to come. The perception would be bad if it was very unexpected. And if it was like, okay, I'm retiring a year from now, it might be a little bad, but I think, moving on to SpaceX next year, he might say or something. And some people would start getting out of their Tesla positions, but I think medium to long term, it wouldn't be too big of a hit.
What are your thoughts on the risk factors with China?
I see this as a lead candidate for my top risk, actually. I don't know exactly what the CCP is up to or what their ultimate goals are, if they feel like they've extrapolated enough technology with their own, companies like XPeng, NIO, and so forth, where they can kind of further electric vehicles to their goals within their country and maybe export it. Then, yeah, I mean, that's a risk I see.
If Tesla doesn't solve it first, or if Tesla solves it but other people are right behind them, or if government delays, full self-driving approval, what are your thoughts about this risk?
My big concern is government stepping in to put a hold on it. If there's like one or two crashes that become like national headlines.
Competition, is it a legitimate concern?
I don't see it. Tesla's innovating so fast.
Is this a concern for you that Tesla has kind of run too fast?
What if Tesla's kind of stuck in this $400 to $800 range for a long time now? The business could keep growing very substantially, but the last 18 months it went from $300 pre-split to $4,500 pre-split. That's crazy. I mean, it was so undervalued then, but it might have overshot. It's possible that we kind of flounder around here and go lower for a while. And all these things we've talked about, each one of them in themselves is a very low probability. All these things are just risks you and I and other people should be aware of. Doubting does not mean you give up on it.